Hey everybody, BK Adams here. In this video I will be randomly creating, or at least partially randomly creating, a Mighty Protectors villain, which is going to be an alien from the Core Wars. So I'm going to randomly determine this alien's age with a 2 die 10 plus 10 roll, and that roll is a 17. Next up I'll randomly determine gender. First roll, I'm sorry, let me reset this. First roll for gender is a 69, which is a man. Second roll is a 25, same as gender identity. Third is 22, cisgender, and the fourth one is 65, which is straight. Next up we have stats. The first roll for that is a 10, which is cool. Second roll is a 9, which is cool, so that rolls to strength. So cool, then strength, then 2, which is normally strength, but we already got that, so it's endurance. So cool, strength, endurance, and then another strength roll, which rolls down to agility. So it's going to be cool, strength, endurance, agility, and intelligence. So next up we have weight and mass. I'm just going to pick off the chart. I'm going to say it is a heaviest large male, so that's going to be 360 pounds. So next up we have background. I have to roll three D100s. First one's a 21, that is commercial art. Second one's a 30, which is social work, and the third one is 47, which is crime. So next up we have supervillain motivation, which is a D100. That is a 3. That is insanity. The villain is insane. Roll again, twisting the result to make it very extreme and deeply irrational. So the second roll is 43, which is mercenary servitor. So it is an insane mercenary and or servitor. Next up we have origin type. That is 100, which is mystical training. So next up we have offensive abilities, and I need to roll those twice. So the first roll is a 24, which is grapnel. The second roll is a 56, which is natural weaponry. Now for defensive, I've already decided this character should have darkness control, so I just need to roll once for defensive ability, and that's a 1, which is absorption. Okay, so now I need to roll twice for miscellaneous, and I get 18, which is duplication, and 79, which is super speed. So next up I need to roll 2 weaknesses. I get a 22, which is nemesis, and 84, which is susceptibility. So next up I'm supposed to pick 4 core abilities, and I'll go ahead and do that. But because duplication is a core ability of the hero, I think that's too similar. So I'm just going to replace duplication with something else. It's got to be a miscellaneous ability, so let me look at the miscellaneous ability, or rather I'll just re-roll that. Let's see. So I get a 90. That's a vehicle. Okay, vehicle. So let's go ahead and replace duplication with vehicle. And there we go. So, so core ability. So obviously darkness control needs to be a core ability. Grapnel makes sense for that. Natural weaponry, and I guess vehicle or super speed. He's an alien, so he probably needs some way of getting around, so we'll give him a vehicle. So there we go. So we've got a vehicle, darkness control, natural. Those are the 4 core abilities, and then the 9 core are going to be super speed and absorption. So susceptibility, this guy's a darkness character. He's an alien. He fights for the void. Well, I'll think about it later. I'm not sure exactly what he should be susceptible to, but he's an alien, so it could be almost anything, right? So I've gone ahead and made a few changes. I filled out the sheet, filled out all the abilities. I did get rid of vehicle. I just couldn't make a decent vehicle on 20 points, at least not a spacefaring vehicle. So I went ahead and just replaced it with astral projection, because this character is sort of a magic using character, and I don't know, it seemed to make sense. So first up, just discussing these. So grapnel, he can use it to swing around to get around town or wherever he's going. But he mainly uses it to hit his target and pull them into his darkness field so he can attack them with his natural weaponry, which are claws. And that's basically his only attack, or his only damaging attack, I should say. So his tactic is just to shoot people with a grapnel and then yank them into his darkness field. So absorption was one of his non-core abilities. It's just, you know, call it a spell if you want. It's a way he can take less damage from cold temperature attacks, which, you know, there's not too many of those, but he's got it. Here is darkness control. Now his darkness control reduces sight, infrared vision, ultraviolet vision, normal hearing, and normal scent by 2 levels in a 5-inch area diameter. The darkness moves when he moves. It has no range, it's centered on him, and it has no power cost. The person using darkness is not affected by their own darkness, so he can see right through it without any trouble at all. Here's the astral projection that I talked about earlier, and here's super speed, which is again one of his non-core abilities. And here are his 2 weaknesses: a nemesis and a susceptibility. The susceptibility is just to the metal of copper. If he comes in contact with copper, you know, he's an alien, so, you know, he takes damage from it. It's weird, but what do you want? And then there are the stats, which I think those are correct, and everything's filled out. So that's it for this guy. So that's it. Hope you liked the video. Catch you next time.